Press the bell icon on the YouTube app to never miss a video from News Laundry.
Hello and welcome to News Laundry Interviews. Today I have with me two very special people who have co-authored a book. We'll just plug your book first. Black Warrant, Confessions of a Tihar Jailer. I'm not exaggerating when I say this is one of the most compelling and disturbing books I have read in a while. And while it kind of makes you wonder about many things, it also leaves many questions unanswered. And the problem with such interviews is that it has to be wrapped up in 45-50 minutes. This is not going to be a half an interview, just letting you guys know right now. But I can go on for a few hours about a book like this. This book, Black Warrant, is the warrant that is issued after a death penalty is announced. So when the actual hanging has to happen, a judge has to say this person will be hanged at such and such time, on such and such date. That is called the Black Warrant. And there is an elaborate procedure before someone is actually sent to the gallows and hanged. And Sunil Gupta has worked in Tihar Jail for 35 years.
Yeah.
And you have just retired.
Yeah.
And you have overseen 11 hangings, is that
8.
right? 8 hangings. And we will talk about those in some detail. But and Sunetra Chaudhary, as many of you know, is a very well-known prominent journalist. She was an anchor, now she's with Hindustan Times. And she has also written, this is your 4th book, Sunetra?
This is my third.
Third book. I interviewed you for your, that was also about jails. You're obsessed with jails.
It seems like that.
किसी दिन ये भी बात तो नहीं पहुंच जाएगी?
नहीं, prison specialist है ये. Now she is prison specialist.
Prison specialist.
Yeah.
अच्छा. So is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I don't know, I think I'm typecast now, but you know, Abhinandan, remember when we spoke during Behind Bars? And it's just that I thought that, okay, we've told that story, but obviously there are so many aspects of it that this, you know, this gives it, maybe it's not a sequel, but it's from the other side. That had from the prisoner side, this is giving you the jailer's perspective.
Although, Sunilji, you have given the jailer's perspective, but I will talk about this in some detail about, you have a very humane gene, I guess, to you, where you can empathize with even the most horrible people. And I guess that's part of your job. I'm not sure how many people do it, but Mr. Gupta began working in Tihar in 1981. He was later promoted to the position of spokesperson and legal advisor of the jail. You joined as assistant superintendent of prison, Tihar. And since leaving Tihar, he's worked at the High Court and the Supreme Court as an advocate and a member of the High Court Bar Association. Your passion is to improve the prison system, which you clearly were unable to do in your 35 years, as you have kind of...
Somewhat.
You have, felt bad about that. I want to talk about that as well. You fought for gender equality within the prison system, and by ensuring that women are availed the same privileges of semi-open and open jails which are given to men. Otherwise, women's curfew period was like 5 o'clock or something, right? And your efforts have earned you the India Vision Award for your achievements in the field of prison reform and administration. You're the sole officer from the legal field to have received the President's Correctional Medal for Meritorious as well as Distinguished Services. And this is your first book. Welcome to News Laundry.
Thank you.
And I can't wait to start talking to you. Just letting you know, right at the top, I may offend you with some of my questions, so please.
Sure, you are welcome.
Don't mind.
You are welcome. You are welcome.
Sunetra started a career at the Indian Express, where she headed the city team. 3 years later, she moved to TV News and joined NDTV, where you were for the longest time, and you were the face of many primetime shows. After covering 2009 election campaign, traveling across the country on a bus for 2 months, you wrote Breaking News. And your last book, Behind Bars, Prison Tales and India's Most Famous, which we've spoken about, was a result of extensive interviews with high-profile inmates. In 2016, you received the Red Ink Award and is a 2018 Jefferson Fellow. Most recently, you are the recipient of the Mary Morgan Hewitt Award that recognizes the achievements of women journalists. You're political editor, Hindustan Times. So I have very accomplished people with me. I don't have any such awards to boast. But let me start with you. You have been, now first of all, just explain to our audience, an assistant superintendent of jails is not a police officer. Where do you lie within the governance framework? What would you describe yourself as?
Basically, you know, this prison service is totally different from police service.
Okay.
Prison service means you are working under Delhi government, whereas in Delhi, Police is under the central government.
Okay.
Yeah. And when you are assistant superintendent, you can compare it with assistant superintendent of police.
But you're not police.
We are not police. We can compare it because there are so many recommendations.
But what power would a policeman have that you don't have?
Basically, policeman is concerned with outside law and order to maintain discipline outside, whereas assistant superintendent of the jail is concerned with maintaining law and order inside the prison.
So it's closer to an administrative role in the governance structure, not a police role. Is that right?
Yeah. Administrative role, you have to maintain peace in the prison.
I see. And now you're a lawyer, practicing lawyer.
Now I am lawyer.
So अभी जो recently जो lawyer versus police दंगल हुआ था, आप किसकी साइड में?
देखिए मैं तो आप कह देंगे मैं बीच में हूँ.
अच्छा, you're playing safe.
I'm playing safe.
No, but I would like your perspective, और आप please be honest. मुझे काफ़ी अपने विद ऑर्गेनाइजेशन डिसएग्रीमेंट होती है, और इस सवाल को मैं थोड़ा इन डेप्थ में बुक के बाद में जब चर्चा करेंगे मैं पूछूंगा. पुलिस वो आर्म है स्टेट का जिससे एक आम आदमी का सबसे क्लोज इंटरेक्शन होता है डे टू डे, चाहे ट्रैफिक में हो चाहे चोरी हो आपको, और सबसे अगली और हिडियस है वो. इसीलिए ये कोई इत्तेफाक नहीं है कि बहुत कम लोगों को पुलिस वालों से हमदर्दी है अभी जो हुआ. और लोग कहते हैं कि ये तो वही हो गया ना, आप जस्टिफाई किसी की गलती के लिए आप पूरी फोर्स को जस्टिफाई नहीं कर सकते. लेकिन मैंने प्राइम टाइम पर देखा है पुलिस वाले बहुत सीनियर, रिटायर्ड, बहुत फैंसी उनको खिताब मिले हुए हैं, दे जस्टिफाई अगली एक्शंस ऑफ द पुलिस. ऐसे में आपको लगता है कि कोई हमदर्दी होगी पुलिस के प्रति आम आदमी से?
देखें, जहाँ तक मैं इन डेप्थ मैं एडवोकेट्स का जानता हूँ, जो ये एजिटेशन चल रहा है इन डेप्थ जानता हूँ. बेसिकली इट इज़ ए रिवोल्यूशन. You can say it is the revolution of the liars against the police brutality. Police brutality मैं कैसे बताता हूँ? अब देखें, we know the system in Delhi where for every petty thing they are taking the money from the complainant or aggrieved. जो भी है हर एक से उन्होंने पैसा लेना है. जब मैं लायर से बात करता हूँ वो कहते हैं कि इतने ये करप्ट लोग हैं, ये आम पब्लिक के ऊपर तो अपना सब कुछ चला जाते हैं, हमारे ऊपर कैसे चलाएंगे हम भी देखते हैं. क्योंकि यहाँ पे लायर जो है उनमें क्षमता है कि वो उनसे मुकाबला कर सकते हैं.
वही बड़े गुंडे हैं.
हाँ. अब इसमें ये है कि कौन ज़्यादा पावरफुल है. तो लायर जो है वो, क्योंकि वो इनकी ब्रीकियाँ जानते हैं पुलिस की, और पुलिस हो सकता है लायर्स की ब्रीकियाँ जानती है. अब ये दोनों एक दूसरे की ब्रीकियाँ जानने वाले लोग जो आपस में भिड़े हुए हैं, तो उसमें अब ये बात हो जाती है कि वन अपमैनशिप की कि हु इज सुपीरियर, तो वो वाली बात चल रही है.
I see. Now, Sunitra, I'll just tell, Black Warrant, over 35 years, Mr. Gupta talks about how Tihar jail में क्या क्या देखा उन्होंने. And the ugliness in there, you can imagine, the kind of stuff that is there. जिस लेवल की करप्शन के बारे में आपने बात की है, कि अगर आप रिच और पावरफुल हैं, जैसे कई हैं, सुब्रत रॉय हो गया,
it always happen.
You can get away with pretty much murder. That doctor couple who got away, और बेचारे. Now, in this book, no offense to Mr. Gupta, लेकिन सर कलयुग है, सग्गों का confirm करना पड़ता है बात सच्ची है कि नहीं. You're a journalist and you're a very accomplished journalist. For a book like this, you only have his word, right? There is no triangulation of sources. How do you decide to co-author a book where there is no way that you can check that, while Mr. Gupta says that there's so much ugliness there, that he was not one of those?
So this was a huge issue because you hear of so many custodial deaths, especially of the fact that we've heard in the when I did my interviews for the first one, it became very, very apparent that the kind of brutalities that go on in jails, that to be seen as giving a platform to someone who was an enforcer of jail rules was a little tricky. But I think I wrote this in the introduction as well, that what we did was, first of all, establish his credentials. So not just, first of all, Sunil Gupta is known to every journalist for the last 4 decades.
Okay.
So it was a thing of speaking to people and just saying that, okay, I know he's fine, but what's your thing? Then what we did was also that we had to ensure, because you see, even there are degrees of corruption. So we also spoke to his former bosses.
Former colleagues and stuff. Okay.
Yeah, and everyone, you know, we spoke to former Tihar police commissioners as well, and to that. Then we also spoke to Delhi government, because as he said, that they report to Delhi government. So we had to check that is there anything, because, you know, there are, in fact, he got into a bit of a fight with Alok Verma, right? That's there in the book
last
as well.
chapter.
So there was an inquiry. So we had to check with Delhi government, which would be like, they're like the judges in this particular case. So I said that is there, if I was to do a book with him, and I have, as journalists, you have people who you know and stuff, would I be embarrassed later? Is his credibility a little bit of a problem?
So
they
which
said, okay,
Delhi government did you
Right
check
now,
with?
right
The
now.
Kejriwal government?
Yeah, the Kejriwal
And he didn't say सब मिले हुए हैं जी. अच्छा.
No,
बच गए
so-
सर आप? नहीं तो सबको एक.
नहीं, नहीं,
So I checked with them, and they said, no, that's fine. It's completely okay. There's, you know, so we checked with all these levels. So Delhi government, which is his supervising authority, former former Tihar commissioners, and with colleagues and other people to check the credibility of Sunil Gupta. And what we found was that there was nothing adverse over there, that everyone said that, you know, if there has to be, it's fine to go ahead. So I think we can go ahead with that. Also, what we did, which I did with Behind Bars as well, that we have his, I mean, for me also this was a learning experience. How do you give voice to someone like him and also make it a book just not about one person but about that age, right? So what we did was, how my job came in was, so every time, so it starts with Charles, and it has Billa Ranga, it has the 84 riots. What my job as the reporter and journalist came in was, and you tell me if I was successful in doing that, I went through all the, the court documents of all those cases and tempered that voice. So he would give the human impression, which everyone has an individual one.
And you check the official accounts.
And I would check the official accounts and I would put in. So it was an interesting storytelling technique where you say, but it's a first person book.
Sure.
So what we did was, he said, in my opinion, Charles Sobraj was doing this. He told me he was doing this because, he was bored. But I said, but at that time, the press reported that he was he would have been extradited to Thailand and executed, which is why. So when the reader reads it, they will not just get like a myopic or like a, one person's objective. What I'm hoping is that they get this overall perspective of what was happening at that time. So it's his view, but it's coming across with where my role came in, I think, was to bring in the other kind of perspectives and the other kind of dialogue and narrative that was on at that time. That's right. Yeah.
Sunil ji, why did you pick Sunetra? Just say, Sunetra was like, for the last 30-40 years, every journalist knows you, क्योंकि तिहार में access चाहिए तो आपसे बात करनी होगी. तो आपके पास जो material है, and I can't emphasize it, this is very, very rich, compelling material. And I hope you write like a 500-800 word book after this, because there are many things that are left unanswered in this. So why her?
Basically, I met Sunetra around 20 odd years back.
Achha, when she was born?
When she started, her career. When she started her career, and luckily I met him through our common friend. Thereafter, we were off and on talking. When she started her career as a crime reporter, then certainly we were talking more. When she joined NDTV, so we were off and on talking with each other. And I used to say Sunetra, because whenever she says Sunilji, very relaxedly she says Sunilji. So I used to say Sunetra. So basically she had not picked up me. We both have picked up each other for this book. Yeah.
So, but matlab you trust her enough to give
I trust
the
her.
story.
I trust her.
Achha, now a couple of the things that are really interesting in this book. Everyone from Afzal Guru to Maqbool Bhatt to Billa Ranga and to the rapist of Jyoti Singh, the most ghastly act that Delhi has witnessed in a long time.
Yes.
You have interacted with them as human beings. From playing badminton with Satwant Singh or Manu Sharma, I forget who, the Jessica killer. Because when you are there, you believe in reform. You don't look at these people as the worst of society, although they may be.
Yeah.
Most people would think that when you go to a place like a Tihar jail, your inhumanity will rise in the sense that you get desensitized. You are confronted with the worst of the worst, so it's very easy to demonize. Whereas through your book, you have that unique ability of looking at everybody as a human with frailties, no matter how horrific the deed they've done. Just take me through that. How does your moral compass work? How do you deal with the moral ambiguities of people like this? And after that, Sunit, I'd like you to come in that when he speaks about Ram Singh, who was the prime accused in Jyoti Singh's rape and murder in Delhi, who supposedly committed suicide in jail, which you do not buy that theory at all. He was clearly murdered, and you think that's wrong, that should not happen to anybody. But yet, even when you talk about him, there's a human side, and would you often not be able to understand that voice, and would your inner voice, protest against how he was dealing with those people? But just tell me, how do you retain your humanity in that situation?
You just see, I have been here for few minutes, for 20 minutes I am here, and we have developed a sort of bond. We have developed a sort of bond. We can talk to each other very comfortably. So what happened for us, the jail is like a family. Whosoever is coming to the jail, how inhuman he may be outside, but when he is coming to the prison, he is our family. And I must say, 80% of the prison officers, they are human. They treat the prisoner as their family. Only minuscule of 10 or 15% prison officers, they treat them as a criminal. So basically ये हमारे लिए एक फैमिली है. आप देखें, ये बात इसमें नहीं लिखी हुई, चार्ल्स सोबराज ने जो भागा एस्केप किया, बेसिकली जब हम एक फैमिली में रह रहे होते हैं तो वी आर हैविंग ए ट्रस्ट विद ईच अदर. आई ट्रस्ट सुनेत्रा ट्रस्ट मी, आई ट्रस्ट यू, एंड ये धीरे धीरे जितनी देर हम और मिलेंगे, ये ट्रस्ट हमारा स्ट्रेंथन होता जाएगा.
और जेल में भी ऐसा होता है.
और जेल में भी ऐसा होता है. हमारा ट्रस्ट एक फैमिली की तरह हम रहते हैं. किसी का बर्थडे होता है, हम बर्थडे मनाते हैं. किसी का, अब चार्ल्स सोबराज का मैं जैसे बता रहा था, वो इसमें नहीं लिखा हुआ. चार्ल्स सोबराज वाज ए फैमिली फॉर अस. जब उसने कहा कि मेरा बर्थडे है तो मैं मिठाई खिलाना चाहता हूँ लोगों को, तो किसी ने उसको ऑब्जेक्ट नहीं किया, क्योंकि जनरली होता रहता है. तो व्हेन वी वर नेवर सस्पिशियस दैट he may mixed these sedative in that sweets, तो उसने वो ट्रस्ट तोड़ा. ऐसे ही आप देखें, आप जितने जेल से एस्केप देखेंगे, ज़्यादातर केसों में जेल एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन, जो जेल ऑफिसर हैं, मैं आपको और बात बताना चाहता हूँ कि जेल ऑफिसर जनरली मैंने देखा, दे आर वेरी सिंपल. दे बिलीव, क्योंकि वी आर नॉट पुलिस, दे बिलीव वट एवर समवन इज सेइंग. आप 10% कह सकते हैं, 80% मैं कहूँगा कि दे आर वेरी सिंपल. 10% आप कह सकते हैं कि वो जानते हैं कि कौन क्या कर रहा है, और बाकी 10% वो और ज़्यादा जानते हैं वो. तो ये है. तो जनरली व्हाट्सवेयर ए प्रिजनर इज सेइंग वे बिलीव. तो चार्ल्स सोबराज ने कहा कि ऐसे उसका बर्थडे, हम लोगों ने बिलीव किया, हमने खाया, हमारे लोगों ने, उसका उसने फ़ायदा उठा के वो भाग गया.
लेकिन आपने ये भी बोला कि टॉप पर लोग मिले हुए थे, उसके बिना नहीं हो सकता. हाँ, वही मिले हुए, बट नो हेड रोल्ड, नो सीनियर हेड रोल्ड आफ्टर ही एस्केप. हाँ,
कोई सीनियर, किसी सीनियर उसको वो नहीं किया. बेसिकली यू नो, जेल कैडर पीपल मोस्टली दे आर दी विक्टिम ऑफ दिस एक्सेसिवनेस ऑफ दी.
आईपीएस लेवल पे किसी को कुछ नहीं होता.
आईपीएस लेवल, एक और हमारे यहाँ लेवल है दैनिक्स लेवल. दैनिक्स वो एलाइड, हाँ, दे आर प्रमोटी, एलाइड सर्विस लेवल है, उनको भी कुछ नहीं होता. बेसिकली यहाँ पे एक ऐसा अनहोली नेक्सस बना हुआ है, जो मैं अगली बुक में अगर ये कहेगी तो मैं बताऊंगा.
आपको बताना चाहिए.
हाँ, वो उसमें ऐसा अनहोली नेक्सस बना हुआ है कि दिल्ली गवर्नमेंट जो है, दे ओनली बिलीव व्हाट देयर ऑफिसर सेइंग. दे से दैट द दानिक ऑफिसर, दे आर आवर मैन, And these jail people, they are criminal.
तो
they
whose
are,
men
they
are
are
you?
gun-
आप
हाँ,
IPS के नहीं,
आप
आप
किसी-
दिल्ली
हाँ,
गवर्नमेंट, तो
हाँ,
किसके हैं आप?
ये मैंने इसमें किताब में लिखा हुआ है कि हम किसी के नहीं है। हमारा क्या है कि लोग हमें जब हम जाते हैं हम कहते हैं कि हमें सिविल उनके बारे के साथ जो पे पैरिटी दो, तो सिविल कहते हैं नो नो नो, यू आर पुलिस बिकॉज यू आर वेयरिंग द यूनिफॉर्म। और जब हम कहते हैं कि हम पुलिस हैं, हमें पुलिस के बराबर दो, वो कहते हैं नो 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 नो, यू आर सिविलियन, आप सिविल उसमें जाओ। तो हम ना इधर के हैं ना उधर के हैं, धोबी का कुट्टा ना घाट का ये हालत है। दिस इज ए क्रूड मैं जो यूज़ कर रहा हूँ।
sure.
हमारा जेल एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन का ये है। और जो एलाइड कैडर के लोग हैं, दे आर कमिटिंग all sort of corruption, all sort of brutality over the prisoner, क्योंकि उनका मेंटल ओरिएंटेशन वो वाला नहीं है जो हमारा है। हम क्योंकि एक फैमिली समझते हैं, पर वो जब आते हैं वो देखते हैं कि किससे क्या पैसा मिल सकता है। ये आप पढ़ते ही रहते हैं, किससे क्या पैसा मिल सकता है। उसमें दे यूज द जेल पीपल उससे पैसा एक्सटॉर्ट करने के लिए। और जब ये दिल्ली गवर्नमेंट में जाते हैं, वहाँ पे ये प्रोजेक्ट करते हैं कि अगर हम जेल में ना जाते तो जेल वाले तो पूरा जेल को लूट खाते हैं। जेल तो मतलब उस चीज़ का जो है वी आर द विक्टिम।
Everyone's basically blaming the
Yeah,
other.
yeah.
So, Sunitra, you know, in that episode with Ram Singh, the Jyoti Singh's rapist and murderer, and I completely agree with you, although I'm sure there are a lot of people out there who would, I mean, हमारी society भी, I mean, they believe in revenge rather than reform.
Yes, yes.
और एक animal वो lynching mindset हो गया, चाहे लोग करें। लेकिन राम सिंह की what he did, you know, the kind of human face that Sunil gives to him in that interaction, you know, as a woman especially, did you find it hard to kind of articulate that, or can you see that human side of Ram Singh as well?
I don't know if I think I think when you have to write something like this, you have to have empathy. And when I say empathy, it just means putting myself in somebody else's shoes. And I just was able to, I think right from the word go, it was very obvious that he and I, Sunil ji and I, are coming from very different worlds at this. So you have to, I cannot do a book like this and bring my sensibilities in. What I can do, of course, is to make people aware that, you know, I knew that I was looking at it in a very stark manner. I think more than Ram Singh, because his interaction with Ram Singh was a bit limited. I think I could see what was perhaps a little problematic for me was how much Sunil Gupta was fond of Manu Sharma.
Yeah.
You know, I think that I found, because I think Manu Sharma has been the defining case of my career. I'll say why, because I was an intern when the murder happened. So I've seen this various, and the story continues.
Let me give context. Manu Sharma was a brat of a very powerful man, the son who shot a model, Jessica Lal, because he was refused a drink in 1999. And he was in Tihar jail. After the lower court acquitted him, there was a retrial, and then he was put into jail in Tihar. And Sunil has at one point spoken on Manu Sharma having been key to develop Tihar jail's product line and grown from, I think, 6 crores to 16 crores or whatever. And he was very good at helping other prisoners out because padha likha tha, wo bade baap ka aulad tha, his father bought a 5-star hotel close to Tihar jail. So that is the context. So in one chapter, you have spoken of him in very positive way.
In both ways, yeah. Positive as well as negative.
So carry on. So that's the context.
So that I found problematic, because this person who, we see the influence that and the kind of privilege that money brings as an outsider and just as an observer very, very clearly, right? I mean, how, your father's such a big politician that first you try and subvert the law. Once that doesn't work and you get sentenced to life, you buy a hotel. And while Sunil Gupta may not have taken advantage of it, it is obvious what was happening, right? Everybody goes over there, they get privileges, they are treated well, everybody goes and stays there for free, they have parties there, you have food from there, and in return, Manu Sharma gets VIP treatment. So, but, the thing is, it's not my book, it's also it's Sunil Gupta's book, right? And the thing to point out in that, and which he explained to me, and which I tried to bring through, is that for him, he is not it's not on his shoulders to carry out this kind of, moral position. According to him, which is fair enough as a jailer, was for them the good prisoner is someone who sticks to the rules. तो 9 बजे अगर in and out है and आपको अगर you have to come out there and do your hazri, Manu Sharma would do that.
And like you said, he was very polite. He would stand up whenever he was
And give respect and give things like that. So for him, he was an okay prisoner. So, who are we? So, of course, we can judge. We can make our own assumptions, which is what we invite all our readers to do. But I think it's interesting to look at all of this. I think with Ram Singh, I think you're right. You're spot on right when you say that you see the humanity in Sunil Gupta, because he is protesting like any decent human being should. I know it's fashionable, like you also marked it and said that everybody favors, death for all of the rapists and killers, and that the fact that they should be lynched and all of that. But all of us who believe in justice and law, I think it is really, really, for me, it makes me believe in the spirit of the people who are upholding this. The fact that people like Sunil Gupta, who have been there, who are surrounded by criminals, to still believe in the rule book and say, doesn't matter that he is the most atrocious, he's done the most atrocious crime, the one that makes all of us cringe.
He's capable of redemption.
That he's saying that no, but I will do what is right. And what is right is that they should be protected, that if he is hanged, it has to be by the right way, that they should be fit enough to be hanged. I think what's also interesting is that you see it in various ways. That, the fact that you can see in what he says about the mental state of Indira's killers. That, that he's really unsure about the fact that why is it that they were, the rule book says, the jail manual says that they have to be of right state of mind. And yet one of them was obviously mentally ill at that time.
And you hanged a man who was mentally ill.
Yeah. So I think this kind of the fact that, someone who is in the jail system, who's not jaded, who's dealing with and perhaps wants to give as much of an opportunity to human rights as anybody outside would, I think is a great affirmation of the right that
Absolutely,
is there.
I think, although सुनील जी, आप जैसे पता नहीं कितने लोग हैं जेल में, क्योंकि हम कलयुग में तो हमारे जो जर्नलिस्ट हैं जिनको ये सब की ज्ञान होनी चाहिए, उनको भी ह्यूमन राइट्स का आइडिया नहीं है. वो बोलते हैं व्हाट अबाउट ह्यूमन राइट्स. काफ़ी नेशनलिस्टिक एंकर्स हैं. तो स्पीकिंग ऑफ नेशनलिज्म, आपकी किस्मत अच्छी है कि बाय एंड लार्ज जो हमारे हिंदू नेशनलिस्ट हैं वो उनके पढ़ने का शौक़ नहीं है. वो ट्वीट पढ़ लेंगे, बाथरूम की ग्राफिटी पढ़ लेंगे, लेकिन किताब पढ़ने का शौक़ नहीं है. लेकिन अगर उनको किताब पढ़ने का शौक़ होता तो यूर इन बिग ट्रबल. क्योंकि मकबूल भट्ट और अफजल गुरु की हैंगिंग का जो आपने पूरा किस्सा बताया है, एंड आफ्टर दैट आई वांट टू गेट टू सतवंत सिंह एंड केहर सिंह आल्सो, बिकॉज योर अकाउंट इज लिटिल डिफरेंट फ्रॉम इलस्ट्रेटेड वीकली में. मुझे याद है जब ये हुआ था, कवर स्टोरी था व्हाई वाज दिस मैन हैंग्ड, केहर सिंह का फोटो था उस पर. आई थिंक इट वाज इलस्ट्रेटेड वीकली. खैर, बट मकबूल भट्ट वाज अ कश्मीरी टेररिस्ट, अब आप कह सकते हैं. अफजल गुरु तो आप लोग जानते होंगे, रिसेंटली अफजल के नाम पर चाहे JNU का बथेरे झगड़े हुए हैं. आपने उनका सबका आपने लास्ट डेज का पूरा दिया है अकाउंट. इनका लास्ट डेज का अकाउंट दिया है. इन वन केस इंदिरा गांधी वाज द प्राइम मिनिस्टर एंड इन द अदर केस मनमोहन सिंह वाज द प्राइम मिनिस्टर. इन बोथ केसेस इट वाज डन in an illegal way. The state took the life of a man illegally, which is normally we would call murder. मतलब process wasn't followed in the sense जो आपको नोटिस देना होता है फैमिली को मिलने का, the person has to be prepared. वो जो कोठरी क्या कहते हैं, सॉरी, फांसी कोठी में उनको, मतलब अफजल को तो एक दिन पहले बताया गया कि कल सुबह तुम्हें टांगा जाएगा. ऐसी स्थिति में how can you still believe in justice when you see this up close? कि भाई that's one part of the question. और दूसरा पार्ट है कि मैं थोड़ा एनेक्डोट बता दूं. जब अफजल गुरु को जब बताया गया that next morning he's going to die, सबको लास्ट इच्छा दी जाती है, लेकिन उसने एक कप चाय मांगी, दूसरी कप के लिए बंदा चला गया था. he couldn't even get the second cup of tea, and then you sat with him and sang अपने लिए जिए तो क्या जिए. And both these men embraced death gracefully. Now whether our audience think they're terrorists or whatever, there is, in our popular perception, there is something grand about a person who can embrace death without buckling or shitting their pants or, crying. and both these men seem to have done that in front of you. Why was their last message, at least Maqbool Bhatt's last message, not relayed, and you have relayed it through your book? A, are you afraid that'll lead to repercussions? Because the last message he wanted put out there was कि मकबूल भट्ट मरे ना भरे, कश्मीर का आंदोलन जिंदा रहना चाहिए, और वो उसका लास्ट मैसेज वहीं बेरी कर दिया गया, वो पर्ची कहीं नहीं गई. Do you fear a backlash from the nationalistic right on this, and would that make you reconsider your position on reform? Can people like this be reformed? A. B. आपका अभी भी कितना कॉन्फिडेंस है स्टेट में कि जब वो ऐसी चीज़ें कर सकती है, और वो तो खैर मनमोहन सिंह प्राइम मिनिस्टर थे, ऐसा नहीं कि कोई someone with demigod tendencies. How do you still have faith that anything can be fixed?
देखिए, जो आपका पहला क्वेश्चन है, मैंने जैसे पहले अभी आपको शुरुआत में कहा था कि व्हेन देयर इज समवन, कोई प्रिजनर हमारे यहाँ जेल में आता है, वी कंसिडर अर्लियर तिहाड़ comprising 9 jails and 1 jail was at Roni. At the time of Maqbool Bhatt, there was only one compound that was called Tihad compound. So we used to consider Tihad as a family. आपको हैरानी होगी जब आप जेल में जाएंगे तो आप किसी से बात कर रहे हैं,
आपको इतना कॉन्फिडेंस है कि जब मैं जेल में जाऊंगा, खैर
नहीं, आप
अगर मैं
एज ए जर्नलिस्ट मैं कह रहा हूँ, एज ए जर्नलिस्ट जब आप जेल में जाएंगे और जेल ऑफिसर भी वहाँ खड़े हैं और लोग प्रिजनर भी खड़े हैं, आपको ना ये कहने के लिए कह दिया जाए, आपको पहचानो कि कौन से क्रिमिनल हैं और कौन से जो है जेल स्टाफ है. मैं आपको 100% कह रहा हूँ, आप प्रिजनर को देखोगे, आप कहोगे कि ये स्टाफ वाले हैं और वो प्रिजनर हैं. क्यों? क्योंकि वी गिव देम दिस फैमिली ट्रीटमेंट. अब आपके लिए जो है राम सिंह बड़ा हीनियस क्राइम करने वाला होगा, बट फॉर मी, मेरी अपनी थिंकिंग थी कि ठीक है, आप उसकी जान लो, पर आप एक जो आपका प्रोसीजर दिया हुआ, आप उससे जान लो, प्रोसीजर को फॉलो करो. आपने मकबूल भट्ट का नाम लिया. मकबूल भट्ट जो है, उसके पास हम लोग ऐसे जाते थे, जैसे मैं नया जेल में आया था तो इंग्लिश बोलने में तब भी प्रॉब्लम होती थी, अब भी प्रॉब्लम होती है. कोई वो नहीं कि मैं बहुत बड़ा कोई इंग्लिश बोलने वाला हो गया हूँ. बट एट दैट टाइम व्हेन वी वर न्यू, we will go to him and will say that this memo has been given by the superintendent jail, please drop the reply. He will drop the reply. And he was so elegant. आप उससे बात करोगे, वो आपको किसी अच्छे, मैं तो आजकल कितने पॉलिस्ट यू कैन सी जो हमारे पॉलिटिशियन हैं या वकील हैं या जर्नलिज्म में हैं, अच्छे पॉलिस्ट उनसे जो है वो और ज़्यादा पॉलिश था. वो आपसे इतने ठंडे दिमाग से बात करता था, इतने ठंडे दिमाग से, और फिर आपको रीजनिंग देता था कि वो ऐसा क्यों कर रहा है. जैसे कोई गया कि उसको सुप्रीम ने वो मीमो दिया तो वो जवाब बनवाने के लिए क्या, वो उसको पहले उसको बताता था कि मैं इसमें ये लिख रहा हूँ, इसमें तुम ये लिखोगे तो इसमें तुम बच जाओगे. तो वो करके देता था और हमेशा वो जो है हेल्प करता था. उसके पास कोई भी जाता था, उस टाइम पे ना इतना हो अल्लाह नहीं होता था कि इफ समबडी इज इन दी फांसी कोठी तो ये जाएगा, ये नहीं जाएगा. आजकल ये जो एक आर्टिफिशियल बैरियर जो है, नाउ दीज आर मोर देन एट दैट टाइम. तो मकबूल भट्ट ने जो लिख के दिया था, बेसिकली यू नो द मैजिस्ट्रेट इज प्रेजेंट एट द टाइम ऑफ एग्जीक्यूशन, जस्ट इफ ही वांट टू डिवॉल्व एनी दिस वर्ल्डली थिंग टू हिज सन और टू हिज फैमिली, ही कैन डिवॉल्व. विल वगैरह अपने इसलिए होता है, उसका और कोई काम नहीं होता. तो जब मुझे याद है उस टाइम पे एक सरदार जी, एक मैजिस्ट्रेट थे, नाम मुझे ध्यान आ जाएगा, तो जब वो उसके पास गए तो उन्होंने जो लिखा, तो सरदार जी यूं उसको लिखते गए जो बोला.
He is standing at the with the gallows.
No, he was standing behind the bars of his cell and
about to be led to the gallows.
Yeah. And magistrate he used to stand just opposite him.
ठीक है.
Behind the वो bars हैं. तो उन्होंने जब बात की, उन्होंने लिखना शुरू कर दिया. तो मैंने कहा यार लिख क्या रहे हैं, वो तो कुछ बोल ही, मतलब वो जो वो बोल रहा था, वो ये कह रहा था कि जो स्ट्रगल है मेरा ये कंटिन्यू रहना चाहिए. उसने इस टाइप का उसमें जो है लिखा था. उन दिनों में शायद किसी अखबार में भी ये वाली बात आई थी। तो मैं अगर कंपैरिजन करता हूँ इसका और अफजल के साथ, मकबूल भट्ट जो है ही वाज लिटिल बिट, जब उनको फांसी दी, लिटिल बिट आप कह सकते हैं, मैं मतलब वैसे ही वाज वेरी कॉन्फिडेंट, अब आराम से गए, ही वाज लिटिल बिट, उनका चेहरा जो है ना काला सा हो गया था। पर व्हेन आई कंपेयर दैट विद अफजल, तो अफजल के उसमें जब मैंने उसको कहा कि तुम्हें फांसी दी जानी है, कि बेसिकली दिस इज द वर्क ऑफ सुपरिटेंडेंट जेल, मैं और सुपरिटेंडेंट जेल दोनों हम साथ थे, और जेल का और स्टाफ भी वहाँ पे था। तो जब उसको कहा कि फांसी दी जानी है, तो वो कहता हाँ मुझे मालूम है। तो मैं कहा ये तो बहुत ही मैच्योर वो है। फिर उसने हमारे साथ बैठ के आराम से चाय पी और बड़ी खुल के बात की उसने। और मैं तो हैरान हुआ कि जिसको मैं इतना बड़ा टेररिस्ट समझता था, वो इस तरीके से बात कर, और प्लस जो उसने रिवीलिंग बात कही मेरे को, उसने कहा कि मैं कोई वो टेररिस्ट नहीं हूँ, मैं कोई ये नहीं कि मैं इसको इंडिया से अलग करना चाहता था, मैं तो खाली एक मैं करप्शन से लड़ रहा था। कहते करप्ट लोगों ने मुझे टेररिस्ट बना दिया। मुझे ये बात उसकी बहुत ही अच्छी लगी।
और जब वो एक्चुअली गैलोस पे गया, आप बोल रहे हैं कि अब हैंगमैन नहीं है, वन अदर थिंग दैट वन रियलाइजेस कि देयर वेरी फ्यू हैंगमैन इन द कंट्री। तो you're clearly overcome by what happened with Afzal. I'm sorry. Would you like us to stop? Would you like us to stop? Okay, just cut, guys. 1 second. Okay, starting again.
तो उसने कहा कि मैं तो सिस्टम के खिलाफ लड़ रहा था, मुझे इन्होंने टेररिस्ट बना दिया। तो मुझे भी लगा कि मैं भी जैसे सिस्टम के खिलाफ लड़ रहा हूँ। मैंने बहुत सारी चीज़ें की हैं जिसमें कि करप्शन को मैं अब सिंगल लेवल बहुत छोटा सा मैं आदमी हूँ कि कुछ कर सकूँ। तो मुझे अपने में वो नज़र आया
कि आप सिस्टम से लड़ रहे हैं और सिस्टम आपको,
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल, तो मुझे ये वो नज़र आया,
तो एक जो फेल्ट अ सर्टेन कॉमन कनेक्शन था।
जी।
आपने भी बोला कि जब अफजल को हैंग करना था तो कोई हैंगमैन था नहीं, और तब मतलब जेल में से ही किसी को फिर हैंगिंग करना पड़ा। तो इज देयर अ प्रोटोकॉल कि भाई अगर हैंगमैन नहीं है तो कौन करेगा हैंगिंग? बिकॉज इट टेक्स अ लॉट टू डू दैट, राइट? आई मीन आई एम श्योर, आई डोंट नो, आई गेस ऑल ऑफ अस आर केपेबल ऑफ कैरिंग आउट, taking someone's life, but is there a protocol? And finally, how was it settled that who will pull the lever?
इसमें देखें क्या बात होती है, जो हैंगिंग है, the process is so simple कि I think anyone can do.
It's just pulling a lever.
या हैंगमैन की जरूरत ही नहीं है। ये तो ऐसे ही हम लोगों ने हैंगमैन का जो है वो बना दिया है इतना, जो अगर मेरे से आप पर्सनल ओपिनियन लें तो मेरे हिसाब से हैंगमैन होना ही नहीं चाहिए, क्योंकि आप इतने अगली, क्योंकि मैंने जितने हैंगमैन देखे, तीन हैंगमैन मैंने देखे हैं, तो बड़ी बड़ी मूछें रखी हुई हैं, काले काले चेहरे हैं। तो आप क्यों किसी एक आदमी को जो है ऐसा चेहरा दिखाना चाहते हो उसके आखिरी टाइम पे कि वो उसका चेहरा देख के वो जो है वो जाए? तो प्रोसीजर हमारा इतना सिंपल है, उसमें हैंगमैन की जरूरत नहीं है। अगर हैंगमैन नहीं भी है तो तेरी नो इलीगैलिटी।
आई सी। सो सुनेत्रा, with this account of what happened with Afzal, and when I was reading the book, I am concerned about how people would perceive this. मतलब हम तो ऐसे माहौल में रह रहे हैं कि आप किताब भी मिले तो NSA लगा देते हैं। खैर, how does something like this happen? How do you write a book like this and it not become the central debating point in every show when XYZ tweeted something about Gomutra, someone has tweeted an insult to Muhammad, ye sab becomes one-up, but the kind of revelations in this book don't become a hot topic.
I think that people are distracted right now with so much, I think, with the...
But it's not about right now, anytime, you think?
That's true. Well, this part of it, I think was picked up by Mumbai Mirror, and I think the Ram Singh part was picked up by Hindustan Times, my paper only, for its page 1. But I think people are really wary, especially about this whole Afzal Guru thing. Again, this whole aspect, we're not going into, Supreme Court decided, right? Supreme Court said for the collective conscience. I think, yes, we did go into his sympathy as a human being and as someone who's just going through that experience. I mean, incredibly. I can understand why he's reduced to tears after so many years. It's because, you know, you're there when someone ceases to exist. And that's not...
You're witnessing taking someone's life, and
Yeah.
it's your job to tell him that we are killing you tomorrow, basically.
Yeah. So that's it. But I think what the book tries to do is also reminds people that, you know, he wasn't one of the main plotters. He had a very, very peripheral role. His role was to provide the car. So I think it's reminder when at a time when JNU, everyone, and Afzal Guru, when urban Naxal has become a term used by the state,
Yes.
by the ministers. I think it's also a reminder, and just because it's unfashionable, Abhinandan, it's not fashionable to focus on such, doesn't mean we as journalists should stop saying it. So yes, this shouldn't become, the focal point of this book is not Afzal Guru.
No, but what I'm talking about is that when procedures are breached, rules are broken.
Yeah.
That, I'm not talking about, it could be Afzal, it could be somebody else, it could be Satwant Singh.
Yeah.
The Indian state says you cannot hang a man who's not of sound mind.
Yeah.
Satwant Singh was clearly insane by the time he was hanged.
Yeah.
So I'm not talking about whether it's Afzal or whether it's Satwant.
For sure.
The highest law of the land, while murdering, taking the life of a man
For sure.
legally,
Yeah.
has broken rules.
Yeah.
That's a big deal.
That's right. And the fact that, and it gives you, for me journalistically, for the first time, we had it from their side. You know, the kind of meetings that were taking place between Sushil Kumar Shinde
Yes.
and the Home Secretary, who happens to be in the BJP government
Yes,
right now, RK Singh.
Yes, he's a minister.
And the fact that, you know, why wasn't there much more of a, if the Home Minister himself and the Home Secretary were sitting and doing this, well then obviously the fact that the family wasn't sent the letter, which every prison manual, by the way, every prison manual, all the Supreme Court, and after Supreme Court's 2014 Shatrughan judgment, after that you can't do this anymore. You now need a post-mortem.
The context needs to be explained that the prisoner who's going to be hanged, his last message or note is sent to the family, and the family has an opportunity to see him.
They have to be told at least a week in advance so that they all...
That courtesy was not given to Afzal Guru, so his family couldn't even come and see him. So that's what you're talking about.
That's right. And so the fact that all of this, and you're right, we should be outraging, but I think again, the kind of intolerance that is there now, no one seems to have time for, I think they're fighting such bigger battles, no one has time for these intricacies. I mean, there are just a couple of...
What's a bigger battle? Who's fighting a bigger battle? No one's fighting jack shit.
But that's what. So I must tell you about these two lawyers. And actually, there are quite a few of them. So Yug Mohan Chaudhary, who is in Mumbai, Rishabh Sancheti, Ragini Ahuja. These are young lawyers who are fighting for people who are on death penalty. And I think it's thanks to them that even someone like in the Nithari case, you had Kohli, that he has now been, the Supreme Court has given him off, has, said, pardoned him.
You've tortured him enough.
From the death sentence thing. And it's because of some lawyers still fighting for human rights. Because I think everybody else has fallen to the narrative of saying, if you've raped and if you've killed someone, you need to die, and you need to die now. And the earlier, the better.
Well, I don't think for most people it's thought through. For most people, it is the loudest voice says,
yeah.
Zor se bolo, they say, maar do usko, jai mata ki, jai, jo bhi, matlab, they just shout. I mean, they're not thinking it through.
So for the fact that there are some lawyers who are still fighting for people on death row, who are fighting and saying they need to be of sound mind, you need to inform their families, you need to tell them in advance if they've been kept in isolation. I mean, even this, the thing is now, all of this, when we read this, and it seems really anachronistic in a way, I must say. Why? Because, while the book was being copy edited, you now have an amendment to UAPA which says that anyone can be called a terrorist even before conviction, right? So things have completely changed. So for the Supreme Court to have put in such guidelines which are wonderful, which gives everyone, even the person who is going to be hanged,
Certain rights.
that kind of
Certain
rights
rights.
seems anachronistic. Does it not seem,
Yeah, sure.
out of its time right now? Because, you're talking now in Parliament and they have all passed it with full mandate saying that a person, even before they're convicted, they can be called a terrorist.
Officially, yeah. Now I'd like to come to, there are many cases. I could do like a 4-hour interview on this, I must tell you, but we don't have that luxury. You have spoken about Billa Ranga Khush, and Billa was the one who was always sada hua. In fact, I have a related question right at the end. But I want to come to the Khushwant Singh and Keher Singh related death.
Satwant Singh and Satwant Singh.
Satwant Singh, what did I say?
Khushwant Singh.
Okay. So I was talking about remembering the magazine Illustrated Weekly. I think had done a piece that Satwant Singh was he was 22 when he emptied out his magazine on Indira Gandhi, and Keher Singh was much older, who was seen as the ideologue. Now, if I remember, the account that had come out in the paper at that time said that Satwant Singh, his legs buckled and he had to actually be dragged because his legs gave way, whereas Keher Singh walked right there and Keher Singh was unafraid. Your account indicates that both men were very scared by the time they were being hanged. But yet, in the last line, you say they will be known as the men who, while being hanged, said "Jo bole so nihal." A, did they say that when they were being hanged?
Yeah.
And B, were both equally scared, although Satwant Singh was by that time not mentally sound?
Satwant Singh was more scared, but this Keher Singh. Basically, Keher Singh used to read a lot of religious scriptures. But Satwant was not like that. Basically, our legal system is, I am just expanding what Sunitra has stated. Basically, in our legal system, the poor is always on the receiving end. Always on the receiving end. Had there been some rich person in place of Ram Singh, so nobody has spoken so much about him. Had he been of Paisa Wala or
he may not have been hanged. In fact, there is a case
Yeah.
of a doctor and his girlfriend having plotted to murder the doctor's wife so that they could get married, and hiring two poor laborer, type people, and the two laborers who were hired were hanged, and the
For like
doctor
5,000 rupees. They were paid 5,000. The hit money
well,
was
yeah, they paid
5,000
5,000
rupees.
rupees. So they were hanged, whereas the doctor and his
Yeah, they were
mistress
saved, yeah.
finally they served 16 years.
Until the
probably,
end, until the end, Kartara and Jagar were saying that this our system, this favor the rich people.
so they got away and they are now living happily ever after, and these two are dead.
Yeah, I just want to add that if you see the financial status of the person who are inside the jail, 80% of the prison population, they come from lower economic state of the society. Why? Basically, you see, if rich people, they are doing lot of crime, but they are unpunished because they are not either not arrested, or if they are arrested and taken before the court, they employ these big liars and they are out. 80% of the prison population, they come from the lower economic state of the society, where their earning is 8,000 rupees or less than 8,000 rupees per month.
Not even
When you are having such type of people, and on the other hand, government or society is saying that नहीं, they are criminal, इनके ऊपर आप कोई reforms मत करो, आप इनके ऊपर कोई वो जो आप इनको अच्छा खाना दे रहे हो, अच्छा खाना मत दो. I used to say, what you are saying, मतलब आप देखो असली क्रिमिनल तो बाहर रहता है जब, और ये बेचारे गरीब हैं, because of their circumstances they are inside the prison, and you are saying to us कि we should commit atrocities on them.
I think most public don't even see prison as a reform. They think it's punishment. In fact, and I have a question related to this. I've realized a lot of people think that when someone is sentenced to death, the idea of justice is that it should hurt him. That's not the idea. The idea is to carry out the end as swiftly as possible. It's not to make the person suffer. But I think a lot of people think that the idea is to make the person suffer.
Yeah.
You know, that from that stone him to death type of mindset.
Yeah.
But when you see that it's so flawed, this system, and here, you know, you have spent 35 years as a jailer, and you have in the end of the book said ki bhai, you know, you'll have to read the book because I will just keep referring to there's too many things. Then, like I said, you have to write a longer book about how in the end you approached the Kejriwal government to take on some of the corruption that was happening. It did not really get anywhere.
Yeah.
But it ends on a very cynical note कि भाई आपने सोचा कि जब आपने 1981 में जब ज्वाइन किया तब जो हालात थे आज भी उतने ही बुरे हैं. तो आपको कभी लगता है आपके इंटेलेक्चुअल कैपेबिलिटी और इमोशनल आपकी जो मैच्योरिटी है उसके हिसाब से आप ये 35 साल कहीं और देते तो कुछ ज़्यादा बेहतर होता? आई मीन, सॉरी टू साउंड अ लिटिल क्रूअल, डू यू फील यू वेस्टेड 35 years of your life?
नहीं, बेसिकली क्या है कि इसमें हमने लिखा भी हुआ है, देयर इज़ अ लॉट ऑफ डिफरेंस व्हेन आई ज्वाइंड देयर इन 1981 एंड टिल डेट देयर हैव बीन लॉट ऑफ रिफॉर्म्स. But the thing which is same is that these influential people they are getting favorable
treatment. Roy, आप बताए थे उसके पैर छूते हैं.
This is the same. I have seen that whenever some influential people, or some big badmash, they have come, they are enjoying every facility.
In fact, in one of the cases, जब आपको जेल शिफ्ट करना था, आप उसने तलवार निकाल दी थी. क्या नाम था उसका?
जस्सा.
जस्सा. मतलब यू हैव टू रीड दैट एपिसोड, आई वोंट गिव इट अवे, बट कालिया का जो वो सीन है कि लाइन वहीं से शुरू होती है जहाँ कालिया खड़ा था, उस टाइप के बंदे एक्चुअली होते हैं जेल में.
हाँ, उस टाइप के होते हैं. तो मैं इसको बात को दोबारा मैं बता रहा हूँ कि जो पैसे वाला है ऑब्वियसली ही इज गेटिंग एंजॉय एवरीथिंग बिकॉज ऑफ हिज मनी पावर. जो बदमाश है, जो हैबिचुअल है, गैंगस्टर है, ही इज एंजॉयिंग एवरीथिंग बिकॉज ऑफ हिज मसल पावर्स. कोई कुछ नहीं कहेगा. हमारे यहाँ जेल में क्या होता था कि आई यूज टू इशू द सर्कुलर कि आप किसी यू विल नॉट टच एनी प्रिजनर एक्सेप्ट इन दिस देयर सेल्फ डिफेंस. यू कैन यूज दिस आर्म्स, अदरवाइज आप इसको इस्तेमाल नहीं करेंगे. तो प्रिजन स्टाफ बहुत सारा मेरे खिलाफ खड़ा हो जाता था क्योंकि जब आई डिस्टिंक्टली रिमेंबर एट द टाइम व्हेन किरण बेदी वाज आवर आईजी, तो हमने एक सर्कुलर इशू किया कि आप किसी को भी आप टच नहीं करोगे, किसी भी प्रिजनर को. तो सारे हमारी एक संपर्क सभा होती है, इसमें दिस यूनिफॉर्म फोर्सेस में संपर्क सभा बड़ी पॉपुलर होती है, वेयर योर हेड ऑफ डिपार्टमेंट इज कमिंग फेस टू फेस विद योर सबऑर्डिनेट्स. तो व्हेन सबऑर्डिनेट्स वर देयर, एवरीबॉडी वाज पॉइंटिंग मी दैट व्हाई यू हैव गॉट इशूड दिस सर्कुलर कि आप किसी को टच नहीं करोगे. देन mine reply at that time, I remember कि what reply I have given. मेरा reply ये था कि you see, you will never touch a person who is moneyed because you know that he is.
ऐसा नहीं कोई सुब्रत राय को पेल देगा.
सुब्रत राय को पेल देगा, ऐसा कोई नहीं होगा. अगर पेलने की कोशिश भी करें खाली इसलिए कि उससे you have to extort the money from him.
या जैसे वो जो आईजी हरियाणा के जो आए थे.
हाँ. आपको पता है कि आईजी अगर उसको आप वो करेंगे तो वो आपके ही इज वेल कनेक्टेड, आपको कुछ नहीं कहेगा. या जस्से को आप हाथ नहीं लगाओगे क्योंकि आप उससे डरते हो कि वो आपकी फैमिली को बाहर कुछ भी कर देगा. आप मारोगे किसको? आप मारोगे किसको? बिल्कुल जो गरीब होगा. अपनी एक सैडिस्टिक, यू आर हैविंग ए लॉट ऑफ नेगेटिविटी इनसाइड यू. इसमें एक जगह मैंने लिखा हुआ है, यू आर हैविंग ए लॉट ऑफ नेगेटिविटी इनसाइड यू. तो आप कहते हो आई एम द जेलर. देन व्हाट यू विल डू? आप किसी उसको पकड़ोगे जो गरीब सा कमजोर सा बंदा है, ठा 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 ठा.
खैर ये सिर्फ जेलर में नहीं, पत्रकारों में भी ऐसा है कि आप ऑपोजिशन को पकड़ के लताड़ो.
पर इसमें क्या है कि मेरा हमेशा मुझे बड़ी खुशी होती है कि मैं उस चीज़ पे मैं स्टैंड किया हूँ. मैंने कभी भी अगर किसी ने भी किसी कमजोर आदमी को कुछ कहा, मैंने छोड़ा नहीं है. और मैंने अगर किसी को मारा भी है, उस आदमी को मारा है जो कि सोसाइटी के लिए खतरा था, रियल वे में खतरा था.
एक केस
मैं अपने आप को सेटिस्फाई करने के लिए मैंने कभी भी ऐसे किसी को नहीं किया, किसी कमजोर आदमी को
आपने जस्साई को पिटवाया था ना, किसको पिटवाया था आपने?
नहीं somebody else, बत्रा नो,
प्रेम शंकर शुक्ला।
हाँ,
प्रेम शंकर शुक्ला।
तो ये मतलब ये नहीं कि मैं किसी पैसे वाले को पिटवाऊंगा क्योंकि मुझे पैसा चाहिए।
I find that amazing as well. I find the whole, who would confess to that? But I think it's interesting to have that aspect. And I always said to him, you have to be honest here. I know it's not going to make you look good, but you have to address the facts. So he said yes. He was really upset that this guy, who went to court and who treated him bad. So how do you, it's a jungle out there, right? Jail is like a jungle, we know that. You have to, and nothing. Look, the court order can come, and this I've heard from prisoners as well, who've told me. Court order comes, we've got this privilege from court, the jailer will just tear it up and say, go. Do whatever you have to.
Even when you went for your job.
Yeah.
No, but please finish your thought. What has changed in 35 years that gives you hope? Like, you have pretty much said that today things are, if not more, and you've said that in the context, if you're rich and powerful, you can get away with anything.
So far treatment of rich and powerful.
तो आपको क्यों है उम्मीद कि कुछ बदल सकता है? 35 साल में क्या बदला है?
हाँ, ये आप जो आप कह रहे हैं कि, पर मैं ना कभी भी ऐसा पेसिमिस्ट नहीं हुआ। मेरे को था कि नहीं, हम कर सकते हैं, क्योंकि when I was having the IG प्रिजन लाइक किरण बेदी, मैंने उनकी तारीफ की हुई है।
जी हाँ।
किरण बेदी का क्या था, मुझे बहुत अच्छी बात अभी भी उसकी याद है। वो कहती है कि हर एक में एक आत्मा है, हर एक को आप आत्मा के उससे देखो। अब ये मत देखो कि क्रिमिनल है, अब ये मत देखो कि इन्फ्लुएंशियल, आप उस हर एक में एक सोल देखो। तो वो मैंने बांध लिया था। मैं हर एक में देखता था, चाहे बदमाश है चाहे शरीफ है, उस एक आत्मा से बात कर रहे हैं आप, कोई एक आत्मा से बात कर रही है। मतलब मेरे को अभी भी ये मेरी लाइफ का प्रिंसिपल है। तो मेरे को हमेशा उम्मीद रहती है कि नहीं, सिस्टम जरूर सुधरेगा। देखें, अब आप इफ़ यू आर हैविंग दिस विपश्यना मेडिटेशन इनसाइड द प्रिजन, if you are having so many meditation reforms,
it's a great success, you say.
Reformation means what we should understand from the terminology reformation means you are just molding the brain of a person from negativity to positivity. If someone is negative to the society, he will commit the crime.
So you're trying to change that whole attitude.
You are just changing their thinking process. मैं आपको एक केस इसमें बताता हूँ। एक प्रिजनर था, नॉर्वेजियन प्रिजनर था हमारे पास। He was Leo, नॉर्वे से आया था। तो जैसे हमारे यहाँ होता है, गोरी चमड़ी वाले हमें वो समझते हैं कि हम बड़े इन्फीरियर क्लास के वो लोग हैं। तो वो जब आया जेल में, तो वो आया था एक स्मैक के केस में। मतलब उसमें वो, उसके पास 3 किलो स्मैक पकड़ी गई थी। ही वॉज जस्ट टेकिंग दैट स्मैक टू हिज कंट्री, क्योंकि इस गोल्डन ट्रायंगल में सस्ती मिलती है। वो जब आया तो वो सबसे लड़ाई कर रहा था। ही वॉज क्वारलिंग विद एवरीवन। वो ही यूज्ड टू से कि इंडियन जो है बड़े वो होते हैं, घटिया किस्म के लोग होते हैं, ये है वो है। और ही वॉज स्पिटिंग, ही वॉज मतलब जस्ट स्पिटिंग टू व्हेन ही सी अदर को इनमेट्स। वो कहें कि तुम तो बिल्कुल वो है। तो हमारे स्टाफ के लोग आके कहें, सर हमें तो ये गाली निकालता है, ये तो इंडियंस को गाली निकाल रहा है। तो हमने एक बड़ा अच्छा तरीका उसके लिए सोचा। इन दोज डे वी वर हैविंग दिस विपश्यना मेडिटेशन, पूरी उस पे थी, पूरी स्विंग पे थी जेल में। तो हमने उसको कहा कि यू जस्ट अटेंड दिस मेडिटेशन कोर्स। विपश्यना मेडिटेशन में यू आर हैविंग बोथ टाइप ऑफ कोर्सेज, इन हिंदी एज वेल एज इन इंग्लिश। उसको जब हमने वो अटेंड करवाया, he was little bit mellowed when he attended that 10-day course। थोड़ा वो सुधर गया था। हमें लगा फिर वो जैसे स्पिट करता था वो नहीं कर रहा था। फिर उसने, पहले तो हमने उसको ज़बरदस्ती करवाया, इवन दो ज़बरदस्ती दिस इज नॉट अलाउड, हमने ज़बरदस्ती करवाया। जब दूसरी बार उसको करवाया तो उसने थोड़ी सी विलिंगनेस अपनी शो की, उसको दूसरी बार करवाया। फिर उसने, आप मानेंगे नहीं, उसने 10 विपश्यना के कोर्स कर लिए। तो विपश्यना कोर्स में जो मैंने आपको कहा ना कि वी आर टॉकिंग टू ए सोल लाइक दिस, ये उनमें बताते हैं। तो उसने 10 जब कोर्स किए तो उसके बाद उसने कहा कि मैं कोर्ट में उसका ट्रायल चल रहा था कि उसने जो है उसके ऊपर जो चार्ज लगा था वो था 1 किलोग्राम स्मैक जो है वो जेल से बाहर, ये एयरपोर्ट से बाहर ले जा रहा था। तो उसको जब मतलब आफ्टर 3 years ऑफ दिस अंडरगोइंग एज अंडर ट्रायल ही सडनली से कि मैं कोर्ट के सामने जाना चाहता हूँ, आई वांट टू कन्फेस माई क्राइम। तो हमने कहा तू कन्फेस क्यों करना चाहता है ऐसी क्या बात हो गई? वो कहते मैं कन्फेस करना चाहता हूँ। वो कोर्ट में गया, उसने अपना कन्फेस कर दिया। जज ने कहा यार तूने हमारा इतना टाइम बेकार किया, 3 साल बेकार किए हैं, नाउ यू आर कन्फेसिंग योर क्राइम। वो कहते हैं नहीं, अब मैं जो आई एम मेंटली, इवन दो आई एम फिजिकली इनकार्सरेटेड बट मेंटली आई एम लिबरेटेड। तो हाँ, तो मैंने जो क्राइम किया है मैं उसको कन्फेस करना चाहता हूँ। जज वाज हैविंग नो ऑप्शन बट टू रिकॉर्ड हिज कन्फेशन स्टेटमेंट। उस कन्फेशन स्टेटमेंट में उसने कहा कि सर मैं 3 किलोग्राम स्मैक जो है लेके जा रहा था क्योंकि मैं नशेड़ी था और मैं कुछ बेचना भी चाहता था, तो मैं इसको लेके जा रहा था। पहले भी मैं लेके गया हूँ। तो जज ने कहा ये तुम बात ये वाली कह रहे हो, पर यहाँ पे तो चार्ज तुम्हारे ऊपर 1 किलोग्राम स्मैक का है, तुम 3 किलोग्राम कैसे कह रहे हो? वो कहते हैं मुझे नहीं पता, 2 किलोग्राम इन्होंने पुलिस वालों ने कहा कि है, पर मैं 3 किलोग्राम ले जा रहा था। तो आप देखें,
बिहार के गोदाम से तो जो कॉन्फिस्केटेड दारू चूहे पी लेते हैं,
चूहे पी लेते हैं। तो उसका जब जज ने कन्फेशन लिखी तो जज वाज हैविंग नो ऑप्शन, पर उसने उसको जो 10 साल मिनिमम सेंटेंस है एनडीपीएस एक्ट में और 1 लाख रुपए मिनिमम फाइन है, वो उसने उसको कर दिया। और वो इतना खुश था जेल में, जिस सजा के लेके आया, वो कहते मेरे को मेरे कर्मों की सजा मिल गई।
So you're saying it does help. You have to work on. So you know, आपने वो जो अन्ना हजारे जेल में गए और अरविंद केजरीवाल जेल में गए, उस पर मेरे बहुत सवाल हैं। 1 घंटा हो गया, पता नहीं आपको फिर से आना पड़ेगा कभी।
नहीं, मुझे अगर सुनित्रा का है, मुझे सुनित्रा का ज्यादा वो है, मैं तो रिटायर्ड आदमी।
ठीक है, तो मैं फिर से आपको बुलाऊंगा क्योंकि हर चैप्टर को लेके मैं 40-45 मिनट का इंटरव्यू करना चाहता हूँ कि वो जब अन्ना जेल में गए और जब तब पुलिस कमिश्नर क्या नाम था उनका, नीरज कुमार, दैट टाइम तब नीरज कुमार थे और उन्होंने फेमसली अरविंद और उनकी दुश्मनी थी। हाँ, डीजीपी थे वो। खैर, तो बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग कहानियाँ हैं। It's a fantastic book. I have 2 more questions for I let you go. So Sunitra, this is 178 pages, and in the forward you've said that after your last book you were not supposed to write one, but this is not a 176-page book. This is a 500-page book, which is yet to be written. Will you be doing that?
I don't know. I think I don't know actually. I don't know. I always think no. If you ask me right now, I don't think that. I think maybe a fresh set of eyes, perhaps. But then I think, you know, I'm hearing this Leo story and I'm wondering, why didn't he tell me this? You know, so obviously what Sunil Gupta ji needs to do is to keep a diary. Because these stories are coming back.
आप यहाँ पर आइए, you know, ये बहुत
सिंपल
सी है। ये जर्नलिस्ट थोड़ा आइडियलिज्म है, हम बैठ के लिखेंगे बेस्ट। चेतन भगत कौन और सलमान रश्दी?
मैं आपको बताऊं बात, अभी हमने किताब तो लिखी है, मेरे पास कई सारे लोगों के फोन आ गए, उन्होंने किताब, मुझे समझ नहीं आता कि इसकी सेल कितनी ज़्यादा होगी, कि उन्होंने किताब पढ़ लिया। मुझे कल एक का मैसेज आया, मैंने इनको भेजा, आई एम नॉट टेकिंग द नेम ऑफ दैट पर्सन, उसको मैंने इसमें क्रिटिसाइज किया हुआ है। उसने मुझे लिखा है, सुनील जी किताब इतनी अच्छी लिखी है, आप इसका पार्ट 2 जरूर लिखिएगा।
हाँ,
लेकिन मेरे बारे में अच्छा लिखिएगा।
लेकिन आपने, you know, आलोक वर्मा, द फॉर्मर सीबीआई चीफ, आपने काफी लोगों को काफी सीरियस एलिगेशंस लगाई हैं। Are you afraid of any legal repercussion? I mean, you have said stuff that, you know, how people who should enforce the law bypass the law, and now you are not in uniform anymore. You are a civilian. Are you not afraid?
नहीं, बेसिकली यू नो, वी हैव रिटन दिस बुक, आई हैव स्पोकन फ्रॉम माई हार्ट। जो भी मुझे लगा था ठीक, वो मैंने लिखा। देन इट इज़ फॉर अदर्स आल्सो टू सी कि व्हाट दे हैव टू राइट, व्हाट दे हैव नॉट टू राइट। एंड आई थिंक वो उन्होंने जरूर किसी ना किसी से कंसल्ट किया होगा, जिसने बताया होगा नहीं इसमें ऐसी कोई चीज़ नहीं है।
Truth is your defense, right?
Sure.
Yeah. So.
मतलब हाँ, कहने के लिए truth is your defense, but
for example, in this one about the Alok Verma bits, well, you know, the various witnesses who we've written about. So we took care of that, you know. So the witnesses who are there, people who went along with him. So it is for the other person to prove, or those other people to say, and that was also really good, because in that way he can't be lying, because if he's saying these very well-known people were attending that meeting,
then everybody has
then you know, everybody. So this is not happening between two people. There are various witnesses to it.
Khair, I mean, I'm not eternal pessimist, but Manu Sharma, the whole party did not see him, but we're just going to wind up. You have interacted very closely at the extremes of human nature. In the kind of situation you were in, you have seen the ugliest of people, जैसे वो सुंदर नगर का रिच स्पॉइल्ड ब्रैट, एक तो रॉबरी करो, मर्डर करो, फिर अंदर जाके सोडोमाइज करो बच्चों को, फिर ऊपर से रो, ऐसे भी लोग देखे हैं आपने ऐसे भी लोग देखे हैं हुआ केबल ऑफ सो मच क्रूअल्टी और आर कॉल्ड टेररिस्ट, लेकिन आपने उनका एक बहुत अच्छा और ह्यूमेन और ब्रेव चेहरा देखा है. What have you learnt about human nature? If you were to इसका एक निचोड़ आप मुझे देना चाहें तो, are people fundamentally good but conditioning makes us bad? Or are we fundamentally screwed up and because of rules and religion we have become good?
देखें, what I will say कि जिसमें मैंने देखा बहुत बड़े लोगों को देखा है. You can say कि even I have met the prime ministers, I have met the ministers, judicial officer, but I have seen कि एक सिस्टम हमारा खोखला है. आप ऊपर से कुछ हो, अंदर से आप क्या हो वो आप ही जानते हो कि आप अंदर से क्या हो.
By system you mean our society, not
society. Society. बाहर वो दिखाने के लिए क्या है, बाहर दिखाने के लिए क्या है कि बड़े वो डोनेशन कर रहे हैं, आप बहुत कुछ आप जनता का अच्छा चाहते हो, पर अंदर से जब 1-to-1 मैंने उनसे बात की है तो मुझे लगा कि वो ऐसे नहीं है. नहीं तो मुझे क्या जरूरत थी कि मैं किसी को क्रिटिसाइज करता. इसमें मैंने जो देखा था वही मैंने बताया ताकि लोगों को पता लग सके कि इन व्हाट टाइप ऑफ सोसाइटी वी आर लिविंग.
एंड are you in favor of the death penalty as a punishment?
No.
You don't think? How ironic for a man who was overseeing so
Basically,
many.
you see कि आपने डेथ पेनल्टी लगा दी. Basically, why you are punishing someone is, number one is deterrence. Deterrence.
And data shows it doesn't work.
And data show it is not, even in Delhi, जिसको कि हम कहते हैं कि सिटी ऑफ क्रूक्स है, इसमें आप देखें कि इवन थोड़े से पैसे के लिए, मैंने तो यहाँ तक देखे इवन फॉर ₹10 यू आर मर्डरिंग समवन. बहुत सारे केस देखे उसमें कन्विक्शन हुई है उसको, क्योंकि उसने 10 रुपये मांगने किसी को दिए थे, उसने 10 रुपये दिए नहीं, उनको वो कर दिया. आपने एक मंदिर में गए, मंदिर से आपने कोकोनट चोरी कर लिया बिकॉज यू वर हंग्री या जो थे, आपके और चोरी का केस बन गया और आप 3 महीने से जेल के अंदर पड़े हैं क्योंकि आपकी बिल देने वाला कोई नहीं है.
नारियल मंदिर से
और आपकी बिल देने वाला कोई नहीं है. मैंने ऐसे बहुत सारे केस देखे हैं. ऐसे केस देखे हैं कि आप रेलवे लाइंस में जा रहे थे, वहाँ पे आपको 5-6 किलोग्राम का लोहे का जो रेलवे का टुकड़ा होता है लाइन का, वो मिल गया, आपने वो उठा लिया तो आप 2 साल की सजा काट रहे हैं क्योंकि चोरी. तो ये है. आप सोचें कि डेथ पेनल्टी से आप कोई डेटरेंस कर रहे हैं, वो नहीं कर रहे. इवन दिल्ली में आप देखें, दिल्ली में आई थिंक इफ वी गो बाय द फिगर अराउंड 34 or 35% under trials they are facing these murder charges.
So that hasn't really deterred them.
Yeah, that is in convicts, and for under trials it is मैं उल्टा बोल रहा था. For convicts it is 30 to 35% convicts who are undergoing punishment, life imprisonment for murder charges.
But actually incentives ही बहुत है ना कि आपको कैबिनेट मिनिस्टर्स गार्लैंड कर देते हैं कन्विक्शन के बाद, तो मतलब डिटरेंस है तो इंसेंटिव.
वो आप देखें वो आइसोलेटेड केसेस में होता है.
लेकिन सर आइसोलेटेड केस, जो केस सबसे विजिबल है वो मेन स्ट्रीम है, चाहे वो आइसोलेटेड.
मैं बस अपनी बात को ख़त्म करता हूँ कह के. आप देखें कि मैंने देखा है कि जहाँ पे रिलीजन जुड़ जाता है क्राइम से, जैसे आपने गार्लैंड करने वाली बात की, यहाँ पे एक रिलीजन जुड़ गया. मैंने तो यहाँ तक देखा है कि अगर रिलीजन उसके एक क्रिमिनल के साथ जुड़ गया तो वो हाई प्रीस्ट बन जाता है, वो शहीद हो जाता है.
Correct. That
So,
is
it
that is
means कि
justification of many a thing.
हाँ.
Are you for or against the death penalty?
I'm totally against.
It totally is.
Yeah, so I'm glad we.
Yes, so that's the beating ground. But the book is called Black Warrant: Confessions of Tihar Jailer, which is I'm dissatisfied with because it should have been a 500-page book. It has some of the most gripping and interesting conundrums. I mean, I think it's a must-read for people who want to understand justice, you know, the judiciary, the police force, and also just at a philosophical level, it's an important book. So I think it's very brave of you to have written it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sunetra, for getting Sunil to write this. And in case you want to do part 2, and she's too
Yeah.
busy, you know, where we are, you know.
I hope she would be compelled to write.
I'm to telling her, but भाई ये बहुत simple है.
Abhinandan's, yeah, he would have
Reporters
a
are
better one.
very simple. They
Yeah.
don't realize an opportunity.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I think. But thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, and good luck in your future pursuits as a lawyer. And I hope you can make reforms happen, because I think that is what society should go for, and not revenge. Thanks, Sunetra. Always a
Thanks.
pleasure.
Thank you.
So you've been watching Newsline Interviews, and until the next one, do subscribe to Keep News Free, because when the public pays, the public is served. When advertisers pay, advertisers are served. Unless you subscribe to news, news will die. Do not let news die. We can reform it together.